Sometimes all you need to really do, sometimes you just need to get really high tech, like get I'm King Kong doggies. Get those doggies, and also get some good food for your doggies. That's not good for you for your doggies. This is good food for you. That's good food. And what you actually need if there's a zombie apocalypse, strong dogs get weapons before the infection starts or before something bad happens or when it's starting to happen, just not around. And do not wait and don't wait for, maybe sometimes you need to wait for the news to say it. If you just hear a couple cases on the phone or hear about it, but then it gets on these real life stuff channel, don't always believe it. But when it gets on the news, or when you hear just one case, sometimes you might just need to not just wait until it gets on the news and stuff. Sometimes you just be like, oh, I'm getting a boat, I'm gonna go on this deserted island, but first I gotta get my food and weapons and away from. So that's the thing you can do, but sometimes we're talking about different zombies, and sometimes if it's like a virus that can spread everywhere, it could be anywhere. So try to put in bee protective suits or something. So by the way, my dogs, they're Pomeranians. That little one is Boris. They actually look so cute, but they are terrifying. My puppy, she's super grumpy and really could bite your arm really hard. Foxy, she thinks she's playing when she body slams. Her special move is a butt power. So they absolutely decimate the toys. They got this dog toy that was this fake stretchy dog. Guess what? They ripped off its face, and you could stick your entire hand inside of its face. That's how serious these doggies are. Oh, evil doggy! You're not that evil. So what you gotta do is So basically, what you gotta do if we're talking about coming back to life with coronavirus right now, maybe there's a virus that when they die a couple years later, there's still a little case of coronavirus. It could take that body come. But since we're only getting dead people and not coming back to life, it might as well. There's no such thing as a zombie apocalypse. So this video might end with me not knowing. So tell me down below in the comments. So a lot of times what you gotta do is sometimes if there's a wind and you hear cases if the wind is blowing and you hear cases on the news, the best thing is is get away from the wind, because the wind could be spreading the virus. And if you feel itch or anything during when it's really not really getting that bad, if you feel like an itch or something is hurting, that knows you're infected or have infected. With Ellie, you might not know what this is, but what's it called again? Oh yeah, The Last of Us, and Last of Us Part 2. Ellie, she's immune. So possibly one person could be immune. And I've seen The Walking Dead, but only a little bit, and I don't even remember it. But Fear the Walking Dead, I've never seen, but I heard some things about. So guess what? Tobias in The Walking Dead, his mom is kind of stupid. His mom is kind of dumb. In Fear the Walking Dead, he was the smart one, and I'm not too smart. I had glasses, people called me nerds, and I just felt like I was being left out, and I really wanted to be like a girl or something. Really be like an anime girl, because I love anime. And I get to be, but, you can't just automatically turn into a girl. So back to the zombie apocalypse. Sometimes if there's a type of zombie that not really existed, but sometimes with a zombie apocalypse, there can be this thing Like, I'm not talking about, like, maybe if there's a zombie apocalypse, it could only affect boys, or it can only affect girls, or it could only affect grown-ups, or it can only affect kids. With Cooties, that is a movie that, no, do not watch it if you're under the age of 6. I know it's for adults. Like, I don't really remember it, but I remember it. Like my cool haircut, of course you do. Wait until I get some tattoos and those things that wear on my neck and become a goth. Yeah, I don't think that would happen. So if you hear anything about a zombie apocalypse, what you gotta do is if you just hear one case, or if you're a little kid, what you gotta do is run away from your family. If it goes on the news, run away, maybe tell your family, take your dogs or any supplies. How about get some chips, get some apples, and if you have like apple trees and stuff. What you gotta do is you have to escape from your house and watch from the night. So sometimes with zombie apocalypse, it could be starting overnight when everyone is asleep. So the best thing to do if you're a kid, run away from your house, go into your backyard, and watch. And if you hear anything or see anything that looks like human but tries to attack you, and isn't like with gun or anything, that's when you know you gotta start hiding and go to a place. If you don't know how to drive, the best thing to do is get an adult, and that's not gonna be. So if it's zombie apocalypse, do not get an adult. Like maybe sometimes, but when you break into someone's car and don't know what to do, best thing to do is find some keys. The keys might be in the house, so you break into that house. Make sure they're sleeping or they're all dead. So there might be a case of the virus in there, so try to be your best. Find the keys, then go back into the car. Then put it in the little thing, then drive using your hands. And so what you gotta do is, so you see this hand, you gotta put it on that wheel, and it's like when you're turning a wheel, but you don't like twist it around. You have to drive it side to side like this. And then there's two little things. You might not reach them, so there's the one that stops you and one that gets fast. You might not reach it as a little kid, so best chances, sometimes if you're older or still a little kid and you don't want to become a ghost, you just want to be gone. Best thing is, like, sometimes, like, this is zombie apocalypse, you don't want to be alive, but you also don't want to be a ghost. The best thing to do is get attacked. Like, I know, maybe you're like immune, like Ellie or something. But basically, so, you might be immune to it, so that's the bad thing. If you don't want to be here when there's a zombie apocalypse and want to get bit,